Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, bringing you another super awesome Minecraft episode. And in today's episode, we return to the Scarland Roller Coaster project to add some automation to our building. So we're going to do all sorts of awesome stuff. So let's get this episode underway. Alright, and welcome back, and it's always great to have you here for another super awesome build. And in today's build, of course, we're going to be dabbling once again in redstone. And you know what? We have actually had some success lately in our redstone endeavors, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that things go well today. So let me just get a few more supplies that we need. I think that's enough detector rails. And let me swoop on over here and grab a stack of that. And of course, we have all of our supplies from our previous episode on the roller coaster project where we used all these materials for our station. We're going to continue that same theme, but of course, we're going to work on a little bit of automation. So I started out this episode by starting the entrance to the roller coaster, the part where you actually get onto the ride. But I realized to make this endless loop of recycling minecars, I actually need to start from the end. So we actually are going to build the exit before we build the entrance. A little different, but it'll actually make things much easier in the end. But before we do that, I want to show you guys one of my all-time favorite builds now, or at least for now. I absolutely love this mine. I just believe this mine just has this whole life to it now with these little mine cars. And if you haven't seen the video this week of us building this, I highly recommend you guys taking a look at it because I think it just came out pretty cool, and it really breathes a whole new life into different kinds of Minecraft builds and ideas and kind of cool things to do going forward with our builds. I think a lot of Minecraft builds can be very static. There's not a lot of options to really breathe life into the builds by adding motion besides maybe using an animal or a villager to just add more life and movement to builds. And I think that video came out pretty well and kind of inspired a lot of people, which I was really happy for. And that's, of course, why I love making videos. All right, so here is, of course, our station. So this is going to be the entrance. So this is where you get on the ride and you're sent off on your journey into the roller coaster. But before we actually get to the automation of this area, we actually have to kind of backtrack a little bit and start on the exit. So that's where we're going to work today. So let's head into our lobby here. And as you can see, the exit over here is needing some work, definitely needing some work. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to lay down a floor and then we're going to get to that automation. And there we go. We got ourselves a super awesome floor all laid out and looking super fancy. So this is pretty much the exact same design that we did on the other side. Now I have one question for you guys. As you can see, this block goes straight down. Would you prefer seeing the acacia wood go all the way down and remove this milk chocolate half slab right here? I think that little milk chocolate candy bar right there looking delicious, and I want to take that out and have a bite, but I wanted to get your opinion. Do you think it would look cooler going straight down? So that would be, this would be A, and then having that removed, let me swap in a piece here, would be B. I mean, it's a really small change, but which one do you guys like? A over here like that, or B? I kind of like that. Let me just give you a better idea, kind of how that will look. There we go. And then of course these pieces will be on top, but yeah, I don't know. I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that. But yeah, pretty well laid out and ready to go and looking super fancy. So let's get straight into it here. And I'm going to go a little bit more over some of the design philosophy of why I chose these particular designs for the roller coaster station in the next video when we work on the actual launching system. See, this is the retrieval. So the minecart is going to come flying down here, hit that. It's going to set a timer. It's going to go up to here. You're going to get off, walk away, and then the timer will go off. It'll push that piston back, shoot up another piston, and then send the minecart down there. I'm going to go over a little bit why I chose some of these designs because there's some particular reasons why I needed to. And but I want to talk more in this video about the next Minecraft update, and that will be Minecraft 1.9, the combat update. So I'm kind of excited about that, and I'll give you guys a couple reasons why I think it could be a really good new update. And I think what we could do is add weapons and armor that's rare. They have maybe some special abilities, maybe some super, more amplified of our current abilities like, smite or looting or something along those lines. but they're very, very rare. Maybe like a legendary mob. I think there's even a mod like that where there's special. Oh, you know what? I got this junk out of my inventory and it's back in there already. But you know, something like that. I think there is a mod kind of like that that adds the ability to, you know, have, you know, rarer things. Like you might be playing, you see 10 mobs over there, but you see this magical one in the distance. Like, oh man, he has got that really cool piece of armor that I've always wanted. The, you know, the super duper fancy pants armor or something like that. Like I think that would be really, really cool. Having, you know, special, you know, weapons and armor and different things like that, I think could add a really, really new fun dynamic to the game. Just having rare items that you would have to search for, and maybe one would only appear in temples, and maybe a really rare chance that a mob might be wearing said, you know, pants or using a particular bow or something. I think that would be really cool. Maybe even, let me throw this one out there. Get your thoughts. Let me get your thoughts on this one. What if there was, you know, some type of, you know, skeleton underground, and he has a really special pickaxe that has a special ability that, you know, generates very rare. Wouldn't that be cool? Like if you're just mining away and you find like a dead miner under there and he has a really super pick, like that would be amazing. Oh man, I'm getting way too excited. I'm getting way too excited, my friends. That's true. It's very true. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to kind of line these guys up like this. There we go. All right, there we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let's see. You know what? I think that's going to be probably pretty good. We're definitely going to have to readjust some of these things as we go along because they're definitely going to need some adjustments as we kind of go along here. And I'm going to set these guys all like so. There we go. Set those all like that. Nice, nice. There we go. So we've got kind of the basics of it. I know there's going to be quite a bit of adjustments and things like that, but I just want to get the basic layout set up so now we can kind of go forward from there and start adding some more of the designs. But another cool thing, and I talked about this on a live stream, would be I would like to add a close range weapon. And that would be, of course, a crossbow. I think that would be really, really cool to add, having the ability to have a close quarters weapon. You know, something that's not an arrow that's long range, but something close that deals a good amount of damage, more so than a bow, but also has its drawbacks. You got to balance things, of course. So its balancing efforts would be in that it's very slow to reload. You know, you got to pull back the string and it takes a little bit, and its range isn't good, but it deals a huge punch. And I think that would be a really cool new addition to Minecraft. I think we could have a lot of fun with something like that in Minecraft, and yeah, I'm kind of excited for the update. I think adding some form of rare, you know, weapons, armor, tools, different things like that we have to go and kind of look for would add a whole new dynamic to the game, and I think it would add a lot of fun to it. Kind of similar to the hat mod where, you know, you see a mob that has a really cool hat on and you're like, I'm going after that one. Like I would like that in vanilla. I think that would be really cool. All right, so give me 1 second. Let me kind of set this up so we can do some testing, and I'll be right back. All right, so just a few more little touches here and there. We did forget one thing down here. We forgot to actually connect the back end right along there. And of course, we need to add a torch. So we need to add a torch right about here. So I think it's, this is going to be good. It doesn't have to be exact. There we go. So that lights up that section right up there. So that's always powered. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then let me jump on down here, swoop on over here, and then let's activate that. And we may be coming in a little hot. Yeah, we're definitely coming in a little bit hot, but it's, yeah, see, it's not working 100%. We need the car to be pretty well lined up. There is a slight failure rate to this, but for the most part, if we can get the timing perfect and the speed coming in, it'll work nearly 100% every time. So let's give that one more shot along here. Let's jump on here. There we go. And see how it's going past here a little bit. I think that might be the case. See, it'll work. It'll definitely work, but we are coming in a little hot. I do like the design. Like I really like this design. It really gives it that kind of roller coaster station feel. If you think of like a Space Mountain at Disneyland, you look down from the loading platform, you see all sorts of cool and interesting mechanical things down below that make up the station. And that's kind of what I'm going with these detector rails and the extra, you know, powered rails. But as you can see, we're coming in a little hot and it's getting out of alignment there. So We could back off these a little bit. We can definitely do this design within the main station launch area because it doesn't really matter because we can adjust that as we kind of go along. But yeah, going in a little hot, so we need to kind of slow that down just a little bit. But yeah, so let me kind of readjust this a little bit more and I'll be right back. All right, and welcome back. And I think I got ourselves a system built here, and let's test it one more time. There we go, looking good, looking good. Now, we won't have the exact speed coming through here yet till we actually build the entire roller coaster, but I think this is a really good start. And I've tested this many times, and you know, right here, if it goes a little bit over, this could be an area for a failure. I think one thing to avoid doing that, let's jump back over here one more time, and then let's do a brief overview of the whole system here. But I think once we get the exact speed going, I think it'll be good. And if I don't touch the WASD keys, I think we're going to be good. I think that's going to work. And then the minecarts, of course, will flow through here, and they'll load into a hopper and then go into a dispenser. And then when a minecart's been called from this area over here, it will bring it across here, and we'll work on that system in the next episode. But yeah, I think this is a really good setup here. As you can see, I've gone with just a single powered rail with 2 detectors on either side. I think that gives it that really cool kind of roller coaster mechanical feel. I mean, these really aren't that necessary, but I think they look cool. Like, it just looks nice, and it's got that nice extra detail that we're always looking to add within our builds. And it's like I always say, it's always super important to find those little details and to add them, because when they're not there, you might not always notice at first, but eventually you will notice. And definitely the viewers of your piece or whatever you're working on will definitely then kind of pick up on it and maybe not like it as much as they otherwise would without those little small extra details. There we go. And just getting some small detail work built on here. Now, what I'm thinking about anyway, I'm gonna get your thoughts here. I think it would be cool to add in this area anyway, would be a place for people who don't want to ride the roller coaster, but a place for visitors, you know, to stop and kind of watch the ride kind of go by and stuff like that. I think that would be kind of cool. So find a spot where we can add some benches. We'll probably do that on a live stream. Probably set that up on a live stream pretty soon. Today's live stream, we're going to work on the ceiling, adding all the chandeliers and getting it all set up. So definitely follow me on Twitch to be notified when I do go live. And hopefully you'll enjoy the live streams, because I love making live streams. They're so much fun. And I always can't thank you guys enough for all the support you guys do give me on those live streams. And there we go. So yeah, so I'm just going to continue to kind of add all these posts and maybe just do a little bit more trial and error on the actual station to make sure everything's tip-top shape. And yeah, so I'll see you in a minute, and we'll finish up those small fine details. All right, and welcome back. So let's work on a little bit more detail. So first thing we need to do is make it easier for our riders to get off. So maybe do a straight, you know, walkway like that. I think that'll look pretty cool. And then of course we'll add just a little bit of detail. So I did add the milk chocolate under the dark chocolate railings across here. So that's looking super fancy. And then let me swap these guys all back into my inventory. There we go. And then I think I'm gonna do something like this for now. Let's see, get that going, get that going. Remove the scar mistake, beautiful. And then go like that. And then maybe do something like that for now. Now, one thing I would like to do is maybe we can do this on the live stream also, is maybe set up so that when the minecart actually arrives, so when it trips that station detector rail, it also sets an additional timer for this gate. So once you arrive, you get off your minecart, this gate will open, and then once you clear the area, it closes back down so that, you know, you can't get back out onto the track, you know, for safety, because most modern theme parks now have station gates at all their different rides and stuff like that to keep all those, you know, those people. I always like to call them those people, you know, the people that just ruin it for everyone else when they, like, you know, aren't doing what they're supposed to do, and they, you know, shut down the ride and stuff like that. Be honest, I've done that before by mistake. Getting off the different rides and stuff sometimes can take a little extra time when you're in a wheelchair, and I've shut down one ride once. It was sad, but I don't think it was for very long. But like people who just like get back on or think they can get like another ride or something, and it just makes it harder for everyone. But yeah, so we got to accommodate for those people, of course. There we go. But yeah, it's really nice that modern most modern rides now have areas now for like wheelchairs to go, so that when they're loading them, they can be loaded on their own pace, so they don't, slow up the whole boarding process and kill their, riders per minute or riders per hour, I mean. So that's pretty cool. They have that like options now that they definitely didn't have a few years ago, which is nice. Like Carsland, for instance, at California Adventure has a really great area where where wheelchair people or anybody like that can go and then get on at a slower pace so that it doesn't disturb the main ride. So that's pretty cool. And then the vehicle is then sent onto the main track once everybody has been boarded and all that good stuff, and then it just rejoins the line, which is pretty cool actually. All right, there we go. And then let's see. Let me just take this block here, and this is just a kind of a temporary block, and what we could also do here is maybe even add a little more light in this area. There we go. And then how shall I do it? Like, what if we did something like that? Yes, there we go. I like that. And then do something like this. Beautiful. Oh my, there we go. Our exit is looking absolutely amazing. Look at that. That's really cool. Now, the only thing we do need to do is add some lighting, of course. This area is pretty bland and boring when it comes to lighting, so definitely get some lighting set up in here. But there we go, guys. I think we actually have something really, really, really cool started to materialize out of our crazy roller coaster ideas. Look at this. We've actually got our station complete in this area. Let me swap over here and do a quick overview. As you guys can see down below, there's the piston, how it kind of shoots up from there. The redstone circuit goes down to here, like so, into that one, goes up one, and then this one, of course, touches that detector rail, flows through here, goes by all these different ones. So this is 5 across here, and this is 4, and then flows back over here. And yeah, looking super awesome. So there's a little, just a little screenshot there if you guys need it for any of you guys that are following along at home. And yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for all the support on this particular project. It's a long project, I know, and it's sometimes a little too long for some people, but look at this. We've actually got some progress now, and eventually this is going to actually work, and it'll be really awesome once it does actually work, and everybody will be able to come on and do their thing and ride along, which will be amazing. But yeah, guys, I can't thank you enough. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and we'll see you later. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter.